There's a story they tell here, a worn-out tale that just won't disappear. It starts, like all good stories do, with a boat, a longship, cutting through the gray North Atlantic, led by a forgotten Viking leader at the prow. He saw a gap in the cliffs, a cove to pull ashore, cliff gap and cove, weathered map close up, finger on Bjorn's landing. He pointed toward a sharp rock sticking out of the waves. That rock is still there today. Stand on that same shore, feel the wind bite. Look out. The town spreads below, close-ups of street names whispering the legend. This is where the story begins, not in an old book, but right here on this exact spot of rock and sea. A hand traces a map hook. The story sinks in. The town holds onto the edge of the world, a small group of buildings huddled together against the huge, uncaring power of the North Atlantic. Green, incredibly steep hills rise up behind it, their slopes dotted with the quiet shapes of sheep eating grass. The houses are simple, useful, painted in strong colors that stand out against the often gray sky. And then there are the old ones, the turf houses, their grassy roofs slouched like the shoulders of old men, slowly sinking back into the earth they came from. These aren't museum pieces, they are proof of survival, a defiance to a climate that would rather see you freeze. This is a landscape that demands respect, a place shaped not by builders, but by wind and water. Life here moves at the speed of the tides. The harbor is the town's heart, its rhythm set by the leaving and returning of the small fishing fleet. Not shiny yachts, but workhorses, scarred, salt-streaked, marked by countless fights with the sea. You hear it before you understand it. It's in the way an old fisherman greets a neighbor, the way a woman calls her child home for dinner. The speech here has a different music. Modern Icelandic already sounds old to outsiders, but this is something else. The vowel sounds are drawn out, stretched and open. Consonants are softened here, sometimes disappearing into the flow. It's not a different language, but a different tune on the same instrument. Old Norse breathing through 21st century lungs. A direct, clear link to the old stories. They don't think of it as special. For them, it's just talking. It's how we've always spoken, an old man tells me. He uses words for the wind. He uses words for different types of ice. He uses words for the subtle moods of the sea. Those words are as old as the first settlement. These aren't just words. They are tools, shaped by centuries. A language expert could map vowels and write thick papers, but that would miss the point. The beauty is in its living reality, kids and elders sharing the same ancient tones. The harbor at dawn is where the language is put to work. It's a stage of purposeful action, a dance of rubber boots and rain gear. Here, words are useful, direct, and full of meaning. A single deep word can tell you the direction of the wind, the condition of a rope, or the weight of a full net. Short forms, professional, deeply historical. Weather, market prices, local gossip, all in that flowing ancient rhythm. In the museum, the link between language and life is clear. The tools that built this place, bone hooks, iron knives, heavy wool clothes. But the most powerful displays are the letters and ledgers. Farms, boats, families. Strange and familiar at once. A chart connects stories to the real coast. Names of rocks, small islands, inlets still used today. You can trace the path from the landing to the street and realize you're walking through a living document. The elders are the librarians of this spoken history, not saving anything, just being themselves. In the end, what you take from a place like this isn't a souvenir, it isn't a photograph, or a little trinket from a gift shop. What you carry with you is a sound, the memory of a voice, the rhythm of a sentence you didn't fully understand but felt completely. Language is the ultimate living history, not a monument carved in stone, a current, a flow of sound. It carries memory, it carries identity, it carries a sense of place from one generation to the next. This small town is a reminder. Some of history's deepest objects are the ones we can't see but can only hear. Traveling here is an invitation to be quiet. Step away from the noise. Listen to something more subtle, more meaningful. As the sun sets and the town settles, boats rest and the sea remains the only constant. The voices stay in your mind, rough statements, slow storytelling, each a piece of a larger tale of survival, community, and change. Don't look for Vikings, look for their echo, in sharp vowels and soft consonants, in the name of the rock where a longship once landed. Ask for one word, the town's name or the word for sea. Say it slowly. Feel it stretch and shrink. In that one word, a myth on a map becomes a voice in the air. A quiet tune you carry, reminding you that sometimes time moves in circles, waiting by the sea to speak to anyone who will listen,